The Kingdom of Cambodia. Vietnamese occupation and transition 1978 to 1992. In November 1978, Vietnamese troops invaded Cambodia in response to border arrest by the Khmer Rouge. The People's Republic of Cambodia, a pro-Soviet state led by the Cambodia People's Revolutionary Party, a party created by the Vietnamese in 1951 and led by the group of Khmer Rouge who had fled Cambodia to avoid being pushed by Pol Pot and Tam Mok, was established. It was fully beholden to the occupying Vietnamese army and under the direction of the Vietnamese ambassador to Phnom Penh. Its arms came from Vietnam and Soviet Union. In opposition to the newly created state, a government in Assam referred to as the Coalition Government of the Democratic Cambodia was formed in 1981 from three factions. This consisted of Khmer Rouge, a royalist faction led by Sihanouk, and the Khmer People's National Liberation Front. Its reach and soul were recognized by the United Nations. The Khmer Rouge representative to the UN, Thiun Prasit, was retained, but he had to work in consultation with representatives of the non-communist Cambodian parties. The refusal of Vietnam to withdraw from the Cambodia led to economic sanctions by the US's allies. Peace efforts began in Paris in 1989 under the state of Cambodia, culminating 2 years later in October 1991 in a Paris Comprehensive Peace Settlement. The UN was given a mandate to enforce the ceasefire and deal with refugee and disarmament, known as the United Nations Transitional Authority in Cambodia. Restoration of the monarchy. In 1993, Norodom Sihanouk was restored as King of Cambodia, but overall power was in the hands of the government established after his UN DAC-sponsored election. The stability established following the conflict was shaken in 1997 by a coup d'etat led by the Coram Minister Hun Sen against the other parties representing the government. After its government was able to stabilize under Hun Sen, Cambodia was accepted into an association of Southeast Asian nations, ASEAN, on 30 April 1999. In recent years, the reconstruction efforts have progressed and led to some political stability through a multi-party democracy under the constitutional monarchy. Although Hun Sen's rule has been marred by the human rights abuse and corruption, most Cambodian citizens through the 2000 maintain approval of the government. Interviews with the rural Cambodians in 2008 display a preference for the stable status quo over potential violent change. In July 2010, Kang Kei-u was the first Khmer Rouge member found guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity. In his role as a former commandant of the S-21 extermination camp, and he was sentenced to the life in prison. However, Hun Sen has opposed extensive charges of former Khmer Rouge mass murderers. In August 2014, a UN-backed war crimes tribunal The extraordinary chambers in court of Cambodia, also known as the Khmer Rouge Tribunal, sentenced Khieu Samphan, the regime's 83-year-old former head of state, and Nun Chi, its 88-year-old chief ideologue, to life in prison on war crime charges for terror in the country's terror period in the 1970s. The trial began November 2011. Former Foreign Minister Ian Saritai in year 2013, while his wife, Social Affairs Minister Ian Tirit, was deemed unfit to stand trial due to dementia in 2012. Conditions after 2018 general election. Scholars say that Cambodia has shifted from an explicitly populist authoritarianism towards a deeper authoritarianism. This is through tightening its control on the media and silence opposition and dissent against the regime, according to the John D. Chokchiri. In 2019, Cambodia saw long-ruling Prime Minister Hun Sen tighten his grip on power. Economic growth continued, but with rising risks related to a real estate bubble, mounting debt, and yawning social inequality. Externally, Cambodia deepened its dependency on China, insulating the Hun Sen regime in some respects, but contributing to the new vulnerabilities.